Hey everyone. This video I wanted to talk about why what made me want to start writing books. Um it's not something that I just woke up one morning and was like, "Hey, I think I want to write a book today." No, I started writing. I remember when I was real little. I would just write down words where I thought they was words. But that's where the writing really started. I had to be no more than maybe 4 or 5. And I just wrote letters and I grouped them together thinking that I was writing like a paragraph or something. But that's where it really all started. So that's where my writing started. And then when I became a teenager, I started keeping like a journal every day. And I pretty much turned that journal into a book. And I wrote The Truth You Didn't Know. And I pretty much took all my journals, like 10 of them, rewrote them, took out some that I didn't like, took some parts of it that I didn't want to put in the first one, and just rewrote it, and I sent it in to the publishers who I'm with now. And they reviewed it and they liked it and they said, well, you know what? We want to publish it. So that's where that started. But how I came up with the title, The Truth You Didn't Know, it pretty much explains it's the truth that you didn't know about me. So I had a few titles that was wrote down, but that was pretty much the one that stuck out the most. And the publishers loved it, so I went with that one. But yeah, my writing started very young when I started writing. Just like one of my brothers, he started out drawing. He was drawing at like 3 years old. Always had a pencil and paper in his hand wanting to draw. He is an excellent drawer. And then my other brother, my baby brother, he's like real good with numbers. Like his grades in school was way better than me and my middle brother. For sure mine. I would say he's the smartest out of both of us. Especially like with math and numbers and that type of thing. But yeah, that's where my writing started as a kid, and then I just kept at it. And I always said, one day I'm gonna write a book about my life story, and someone's gonna publish it, and they did. 2017 was when that book came out. And then I wrote a part 2 that came out last year, titled The Other Truth You Didn't Know. And it's a part 2, and it pretty much gives you like a part 2 to all the other stories that I wrote about in part 1. It goes in a little deeper than part 1 did. And you know, some people in my family or whatever, they didn't agree to me writing a book about my life story when I wrote the first book, but that's okay because that was a long life dream that I wanted to do, always wanted to do, and I did it. And you know, it was a goal of mine, always been a goal of mine, was to write a book about my life story and for people to read my story. So I did it. I no matter what anybody thought about it, I did it. And I was so proud of myself when I held that book in my hand for the first time. It was a great feeling. But yeah, that's pretty much those 2 books, and they on Amazon. They on paperback and digital. I also have another book that I'm working on this year that should be out. Hopefully before the end of this year, it should be out, and it's titled "Letters I Wrote." which is like an inspirational book. And you might say they poems, you might say they stories, you might say they speeches, but I call them letters I wrote. And it's a great book. It's like 106 pages, maybe 6 or 7 pages. Um, it's gonna have pictures. I will read a portion of it once I have it. Once it's finished, I read a portion of it to you. But it will also be on Amazon, on paperback or digital. But yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. Also, I'm working on a book right now while that's being published. I'm working on another one titled The Perfect Family, which is about this family that thought they had it all until they came crashing down at the end. It's a great book. It sounds like one of those Lifetime movies. I love Lifetime movies. They be so good. But this show that I'm doing right now, it'll just be, like I said in the intro, just a book about everyday life, like my everyday life, like a journal, like I said in the intro. So today I'm talking about how I got started writing. Tomorrow maybe I'll be talking about, I don't know, whatever I cook, if I cook. But I hope you all enjoy this show. It's gonna be different topics every day, like I said. And you can also follow me on Instagram, published underscore author 17. That's my Instagram. Facebook, I have 2 business pages, Keisha's Kitchen, which is, you'll see like my meals on there, juice that I make. We'll get into that later, but you will enjoy that. You'll see all the meals that I make. And then I have another page, The Truth You Didn't Know, which is talking about my books and what I got coming up next and that sort of thing. And you also can follow me on my website, which is LakishaMarieMackie.com. All my latest pictures, all my updates is also posted on that. What else? And then this YouTube channel. It also have update videos, pictures, that sort of thing. So hit like if you like this video. Hit subscribe. I really appreciate it. And thank you for your support. And I'll see you again tomorrow.